Siodiw Shiaght Laa as Babailiam Shiaght She Robert a Carselach Mish, I'm Bob Carswell, and I'd like to welcome you to this programme, Shiaght Laa. In Shiaght Laa this week on Shiaght Laa and Shiaght and Shaw, and Chruinnaght. This year's festival continues this evening, Thursday the 27th, and through to Sunday the 30th of July. Chloe Woolley and Joe Callister will remind us of what's happening there. We'll hear about various other musical events, and there'll be lots of activity with the Southern District Agricultural Show on Saturday the 29th and Sunday the 30th of July. We'll find out about that from the Secretary, Zoe Hampton, this year's President, Sarah Comish, and last year's President, Briony Vernon. This evening, Thursday the 27th of July at 7:45, the Llanfairn Ladies' Choir will be singing in St Catherine's Church in Port Erin as part of the church's popular programme of summer concerts. Admission is free and there'll be refreshments available after the concert, and there'll be a retiring collection. Looking further ahead to next Wednesday, the 2nd of August, at 1 o'clock, Chris Mannion will be at the console of the Mighty Wurlitzer in the Villa Marina Arcade for a lunchtime concert between 1 and 2. And that's completely free and part of the summer programme of the Isle of Man Arts Council. Then, at 7:45 next Wednesday evening, the choir Musicale will be entertaining in St Thomas's Church in Douglas as part of its programme of summer concerts. Again, it's free admission, there'll be refreshments available and a retiring collection. Ta teachtarach ag anni kisig mar echt terrein yn Chruinnaght ons Claire yn Nelia shen. As ti greu de jaru de wel moerain koch leer weon, nier is van Chruinnaght curricher buns en acht no emshirach ek, queg blinas died de henna, so vlei naichi jeg as 3 feet as half jeg. A shen rag en de jaru ons rein screw me cust de blinten de henna. As eg a tre shen, as rishimmer die blinten, van Chruinnaght gul kummel ons pelen, vertroget schulig en woerach ons romsa. Verdoliden kochantris shen, wij ons pelen, ach, vereracher lie kochantris nies. As gin een rein gurishimmer die rein en elie, ta schiltenis de roerse skiel, ach, ti chit Chruinnacht, mor wie egen tre shen. Node wel een naronne goldtuig lis na vogelen, faster se veilen. Ach, nis tret am I smunje her, voor die ne wel weg elje limmerje na vogelen shen seilje gemaag, de rawi kochantris in Chruinnacht ons na leien shen. Ten rein chit dunje, vagen ben, eg tacher denjach, as die smunjen de valley 4 eilen. As eis de jindes moeregge tret a chitrach elje rish ons keili na sanmi, de velish kleinit desen nis, a rein emmesit tars down smerum. And Chruinnacht was originally associated with Ramsey, but many of the venues that were used for Chruinnacht over the years became unavailable, until it was decided to centre concerts around the Centenary Centre in Peel with its excellent facilities. And this evening at 7:30 there's a concert in the Centenary Centre, so let's join Chloe Woolley and Joe Callister again to remind us of what's happening this evening and over the next few days.
We have got a very well-known, award-winning singer-songwriter from Scotland, Karine Polwart. And Karine is going to be joined by jazz pianist Dave Milligan. And that should be a really lovely concert. She's got a very big following at the British Isles, and we're delighted that we've managed to secure her.
It being in the spring, and the small birds they were singing down by a shady arbor, I carelessly did stray. Well, the thrushes they were warbling, and the violets were charming, for to hear two lovers talking while I did delay. She said, my dear, don't leave me.
Yeah, they're both, in their own right, brilliant musicians, and this is a new project that they've developed over the last year or so, and it's taken a different direction for both, I suppose, but it'll be a stunning evening. For the support for that concert, we've got Manx harpist Mira Royal. And you might recall she won the BBC Young Folk Musician of the Year, and some other Manx musicians are going to join her on stage, so that'll be lovely.
Moving on to Friday, the 28th of July, we've got an early start at 10:30. We're very grateful that the mini musicians Kaylee is on, and we're very grateful to Man and Music. So thanks to Laura and Dave for running that. That's for under fours. Now I think that's fully booked, but on the same day at the House of Manannan and Peel outside, one of the little workshops that we've got is for mini fiddlers. So if you do have a fiddle and want to come down, you'd be more than welcome. It's Cornish Food and Folk up at Noah Bakehouse in Douglas between 1 and 2.
We're really delighted that we've got Cornish band Morvran, and Steve Hunt is one of the main musicians in this band, and he's actually from the Isle of Man originally. He's been in Cornwall for many, many years. That's a 4-piece band.
And then you can hot-foot it back to Peel for some lovely afternoon tunes at Black Dog from Evil Wonder, June and Joe Callister. And then on Friday, the 28th, we've got 2 very different options for you. So first of all, you could head to the Ville Marina in Douglas if you want at 7:30. This is our second Mega Manx Ceilidh, and this is sponsored by the Isle of Man Arts Council. This was extremely popular last year, so much so we've had to move back some tables. We've got less tables this year, so we've got more dance floor available. And this is music and dance for all the family, featuring our very own Mega Manx Ceilidh band. We've got Cat's Claw Ceilidh band from Wales playing. We've got dance displays from Sketh and Jurg and Perry Bairn Egg, and we've got the Alan Vannon pipes and drums as well. So you're able to book those tickets at villagaiety.com.
Alternatively, up near Ramsey, Ruth Kegan, a Manx Gaelic singer, will be joined by Rachel Hare, who's a Scottish harpist, for a lovely acoustic concert in the Lzair Church and Arts Centre. That will be at 7:30. Tickets are available online through celticgathering.im, or you can get tickets for all of these concerts except the Mega Manx Ceilidh from Celtic Gold and Man and Music from Peel. If you want tickets for the Mega Manx Ceilidh, you go to villagaiety.com.
And so we reached the weekend, then we've come to Saturday the 29th of July.
So Saturday we've got a very, very busy day. We're moving into St John's for a Saturday gathering, the Chruinnaght Jason. And this is from 11 till 4. And based in several venues, the Methodist Hall, Tynwald Fairfield, the Royal Chapel and the Hall, there's going to be loads of artisan craft stalls. We're going to have free music and dance displays. We've got the Manx Bard, Michael Manning coming, and we've got Govard Groove. There's going to be loads going on, so lots to choose from. And out on the Fairfield, we're also going to have some Gilgas golf, so people can get involved in that. And we'll have refreshments from Munjaverga in St John's Methodist Hall, and Culture Vanna will be open, so you can have a look at the exhibition. James Franklin will be doing a couple of St John's folklore tours, so that'll be at 12 and at 2:30, and the whole event is free. A big coup for Chruinnaght this year is that we are bringing Irish legends Dervish over.
Said Johnny to Molly, I am now going to leave you, but do not be grieved at my going away, for the more we are parted, we'll always be through-hearted, and again I return in the sweet month of May.
And they've been around probably over 30 years, and they're one of the biggest names in Irish music. They often tour in America, got a big following, so it's amazing that we've managed to bring them to the Isle of Man, where they'll be doing a gig in the Centenary Centre. And this concert has been sponsored by Culture Ireland and the Isle of Man Arts Council. So that's on the Saturday evening, and it's going to be amazing.
Finally, on Sunday the 30th, just if you can drag yourselves to Black Dog at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, after all the week shenanigans, we are going to have a farewell gig and session. This will feature Peda Cubley and Tiffany, who are going to play, and then the Chruinnaght Committee Band. I mean, that's not to be missed. So that's definitely a session. You can bring your voices, bring your instruments, and it will bring to a close what's going to be an amazing festival. And we've mentioned some of our other sponsors who kindly helped us, and we shouldn't forget, of course, Culture Vannon. So without them, the festival wouldn't run. And Peel Town Commissioners, who've also really helped us out, Digital Group, Isle of Man Post Office, Man Social. They're all on the website, they're all in the programmes. The Noah Bakehouse sessions, of course, they were sponsored by IFGL. We're also really pleased that we've got some festival friends on board again this year. So this is something that we started last year. Some of the local businesses in Peel and further afield are so good to support us every year. They don't necessarily put gigs on or anything like that, but they're just a welcome place for musicians to go and have a session or a brew or buy some souvenirs. So there's a big list on page 25 in the programme. So do look out for those and pop in.
Chloe Woolley and Joe Callister of Chruinnaght, which is on this evening with that concert, first with the wonderful Manx harp player Mira Royal, who'll be joined on stage by some of her musical friends, and then with award-winning Scottish singer Karine Polwart and superb Scottish improvisational jazz pianist Dave Milligan. And that's at 7:30, so do go along to the Centenary Centre in Peel for that, this very evening, Thursday the 27th of July, and with a wealth of events on Friday and Saturday, and through till Sunday afternoon, the 30th of July. For Sheshach Erniach Elian Vanning, Courage Erbun Sublain, Hachid Jeg as died. As ag a tre shen charawi na Sheshach Rioil, a denk shen deramush chid blain na san mi, Ons na Shiaght Laa wat der show reichit degen Cheshach sa blaen, and der show and yarach ons tain the Callian dua fagus de doolish, as an Elia show tuiach ons maren Clailezer ons rumsa. Te fo wunskal rumsa is upon diesel ying show. Gerau ni sa jas kunt a monage show, an unshow fagus de doolish, as a show Elia tui voer, no der au chwish doliadoch, corlesh na beanoch vain jas, as lie de gulgus rumsa. No na rau an Cheshach heen arltach de chach lei show, so vlei naichi jeg as kier jeg, hug ni ons jas bun, Cheshach erniach urden jas, as renad kummel show erniach ons bilaun. Nier shen to show Cheshach erniach urden jas vei ons kius de wall. Ach, mlina rish, be a show ons maren goweltus orisdal, skin ballion a sally. As we're almost now on the eve of the Southern District Agricultural Show, I went to find out more about it from the Society and Show Secretary Zoe Hampton, this year's President Sarah Comish, and last year's President Briony Vernon. We're here in Orisdal Farm at the entrance to the show field, and very shortly the show field will be absolutely full of people. So perhaps you could outline when it's going to be on and when people will be able to come here.
It's the last weekend in July, so the 29th and 30th. We're open 10 till 5 on both days. The first day is when we have all the livestock exhibits, the horses, the cattle, the sheep, no pigs this year. That's when they have the Grand Parade to judge the Supreme Champion. And then on the Sunday, we have more horses again, we have jumping, so show jumping and working hunters on the Sunday. All are both fantastic to watch. And on both days, we have all the trade stands, all the marquees, the new demo area where you can come and see all the tractors baling and showing how they work.
Oh, Sarah, you've moved up since we last spoke about this. You were in Zoe's position before, but now you're president.
Well, I think the secretary's role is infinitely more important than the president's. She knows everything that's going on. Yeah.
So what's your role going to be then on the next few days?
Well, I'm offering to help on the show field. As I say, the president's really a figurehead for the show. So you have more of a role in official proceedings on the day, especially the Saturday. So I get to choose the Supreme Championship judge, which I haven't told anyone who it is. But apart from that, I'll just be on the show field and helping out wherever I can.
Are there particular events which are more difficult? I mean, obviously, you've been thinking about this ever since the last one packed in. So what has been the biggest challenge for you this year?
My biggest challenge is organising everything, and I rely on an awful lot of people, and when something goes wrong, it sort of goes, it's like a chain, it goes wrong all the way down. So that's my biggest problem, but everything's going fine this year, so far.
Oh, Briony, what's your role then?
Oh, so I'm one of the show supervisors. Last year I was president, that's Sarah this year. So I have spent the last month planning the new show field layout, because we've got a new layout this year. Whoever's been before, you may remember a big hill to walk up amongst the trade stands. We've tried to minimise that as much as possible. We've moved a lot around on the show field. There's a better flow around the show field this year as well.
Are there any particular sections of the show that you find are the really big draw for yourself?
Oh, that's a very good question. So I grew up showing dairy cows. So I do like a lot of cows, if possible. And my in-laws have ponies, so we have a lot of to do with that side as well.
Well, one of the features of the shows is working dogs. Now, of course, working dogs on farms, I suppose, are something that's not so much used these days.
Well, actually, no, they're still used quite frequently. Dogs can do what even quad bikes can't. So they're incredibly useful. And a lot of farms still have a lot of dogs that will work every day. Yeah. So, I don't know. Have we got working dog demonstrations? We've got gun dog demonstrations?
No, sheepdog demo.
We've got sheepdog demo this year.
Yeah, we've got a sheepdog demo Saturday and Sunday in the main ring, both just before lunchtime. And then we've also got scurry racing, which we had on the Sunday last year. It's working dogs jumping over things, and we've got a competition Saturday and Sunday down by the demo area.
What are the numbers of entries been like this year for you?
Exhibitor numbers are really good. It's definitely the horse and the dog section. They get more and more every year. But we've still got good numbers in the cattle and the sheep and even in the fur and feathers. Yeah, they're quite good.
And the show even branches out into other rural pursuits and even non-rural pursuits, really. There's quite a lot of stands with all sorts of things on them.
Yeah, we've got lots and lots of trade stands, lots going on in the main ring, lots of local dance groups, tractor tug of war for the first time this year, tractor and trailer rides going on down the bottom field, and they go on all day. So if anybody wants to come and have a go on a tractor and trailer and have a whiz around the bottom of the show field.
What people couldn't see, in order to remind Zoe to mention the dancing, was a very elegant display from Briony of the Terpsichorean art. Now, you're looking forward to the dancing, are you?
So my little girl is in Russian Twirlers, and they're doing a display on Sunday. They were meant to be doing a display on the 22nd, but it's unfortunately it was postponed. So it's their first public display, and it's just a group of, a lot of them are 4 and 5 years old, doing baton twirling in the main ring Sunday, but we have got a lot of other dance groups on Saturday as well.
Right, well, thank you very much, and we look forward to an enjoyable show again.
Yeah, hopefully a sunny one.
The Secretary, President and immediate past President of the Southern District Agricultural Show, Zoe Hampton, Sarah Comish and Briony Vernon. The show opens to the public at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning the 29th of July for 2 days of action through to 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon the 30th. Next week sees the 50th anniversary of the tragic fire at Summerland. And Manx Radio will mark the occasion with a series of 3 special programmes next Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday evening, the 1st, 2nd and 3rd of August at 6 o'clock on those 3 evenings. The next edition of Shiaght Laa will be on Thursday, the 10th of August at 6 o'clock. Join us on the 10th of August when we'll be exploring the pages of a book that takes us to many unexpected corners and gives us many fascinating glimpses. It's called Manx Myths, Mysteries and Miscellanies. It's based on the research and articles written by the late Robert Kelly, and we'll be hearing from Neil Hansen and from Matthew Richardson of Manx National Heritage about how that book came about. So that'll be in Shiaght Laa on Thursday, the 10th of August. Ach, Cartnish, Shanae by Shiaght Laa Chir. But that's it now from Shiaght Laa. And from me, Bob Carswell, Vaughan Peen, Robert Acharslach, Slennew.